Hi, folks, and hi, my lovely students of Chem. I'm going to break down how you're going to do these lovely problems. If you did not read the first page before this video, kindly read the first page. Even though it may make no sense, I really need you to read that first page in order to understand where you're going to before you get to this page, okay? Before we start, I'm going to walk you through this lovely example on the bottom of this page. So the example is essentially water breaking down into hydrogen and oxygen gas. So the reaction's already balanced for you. In this practice, there are going to be two that aren't balanced for you. They're pretty difficult. I'm going to probably post the answers to those balanced problems on Wednesday so that way I can help you out a little bit and then you can calculate the bonds. So for this one, we have water on my reactant side, so that's bonds broken. So I need to calculate how many OH bonds I have. So I have to count that. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're basically counting the line that is bonded between the H and the O. So I have 4 there. And then the chart on the next page is where I get this energy from. So I do 4 times that energy and I get this value. Then for the bonds formed, you're counting everything that you have over in the product side. So for HH, I have 2. And then for double bonded O, I have 1. And I have to calculate the value and then add them together to get this value. Finally, for the enthalpy, I have to take the broken minus the formed. So that's the beginning minus the end, and I get this value. So let's do the next one together, okay? So it's pretty self-explanatory. You have to use this chart above in order for you to figure out how to do these problems. Okay, so let's work through these together. All right, so my methanol equation's already balanced. I have oxygens. So I like to start with my double bonded oxygens first so that way I can get those out the way. So I have 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to put a 3 here. And then if I look at the chart above, it's 495. So I do 3 times 495. And I put that in my calculator. So 3 times 495. And I get 1485. So 1485 kilojoules per mole. Okay. Now let's work our way down. So we have CH. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 of those. So I'm going to put a 6. And then it's 6 times the bond energy, which is 413. So 6 times 413. And I get 2478 kJ over mole. Okay, and then I count my COs. So I have 1 and 2. So I put a 2 there. Look at my chart. I have 2 times 358. Go to my calculator. I get 716. And then I do count my OH bonds. So there's 1 here and 1 there. So I have 2. So 2 times, looking at my chart above, 463. So 2 times 463 in the calculator. And I get 926. All right, and the last thing I have to do is add these all up. So 2478 plus 716 plus 926 plus 1485. And I get 5,605 kilojoules per mole. Okay, so now let's do the other side. So we have CO and water. Okay, so we have carbon dioxide and water. So let's count how many C double bonded O's we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to put a 4 here. And so then that's 4 times 799. Okay, so 4 times 799 is 3,196 kilojoules per mole. Okay, and then we're going to count how many OHs we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8. So we're going to do 8 times 463. Sorry, put it wrong on the calculator. And that is 3,704 kilojoules per mole. And so you're going to add this and this. So 3196 plus 3704. And that gives you 6,900 kilojoules per mole. Okay, so that's probably the easiest part. I will say it does get a little harder because you're going to have to balance and then you're going to have to add and multiply and stuff like that. So it does get a little bit more challenging. But the last part that you have to do is take your reactants minus your products. So I usually write enthalpy equals 5605 minus 6,900. So 5605 minus 6,900. And that gives you negative 1,295 kilojoules per mole. Okay, and that is how you do your first example. Okay, so if you need to make sure you understood everything and every part of this, watch the video again so that way you understand the process of how to do this. Okay, I'm probably going to post a later video sometime this week going through probably example number 4 so that way you know how to do this. Okay, if you have any questions, please message me on Schoology so that way I know.